Hello YouTube, and welcome to another edition of the In the Ring Show with your host, Devious Damien. Now, I originally was not going to do a video today. I was probably going to wait till Friday or Saturday to do a video and let, Impact and SmackDown go by before doing a video. However, a few things have happened as of late that have caused me to do a video. So I need to talk about a few things that I thought the WWE kind of dropped the ball on last night. One, Rosa was not out there with Epico and Primo. Now, for those of you who don't know this, she had been assaulted in Las Vegas, and it was reported. It was reported on different websites. But when she was not out there with Epico and Primo last night, not only did the WWE not mention the assault, but they didn't even acknowledge her absence at ringside. So, it just kind of makes me wonder, does the WWE not even care that Rosa wasn't even there last night? It's just kind of, and especially with their anti-bullying campaign, they should have said something about this. They should have said something about the assault and, made it a point to make sure that the authorities were working as hard as they can to catch the perpetrator if they haven't already. And another thing I need to talk about is the alleged incident between Ryback and Brock Lesnar last night. I don't know if it was before or after Raw was on, but there was an alleged altercation between the two in which there was a little bit of shoving going on, and then allegedly Brock took Ryback down and punched him in the face a few times. Now, I don't know this rumor to be 100% true. I don't know this to be true, but I would not be surprised if it were the truth, considering we all know how Brock has had problems with his temper in the past, how he reacted to the whole thing with John Cena at Extreme Rules when things didn't go the way he thought they should. So I would not be surprised if I found out this was the truth. Another thing I thought the WWE did wrong last night. Okay, with the whole thing with Randy Orton versus The Big Show. Now, and they didn't make The Big Show look like much of a threat, because as he was preparing to hit the WMD on Randy Orton just RKO'd The Big Show out of nowhere. Now, I'm not saying that, The Big Show had to win to look strong here, but even if he was going to lose, they could have had him save face. Like, even if Orton had gotten some fluke victory or something, they could have at least done something where, The Big Show took out Randy Orton after the match. I'm not saying, I know that he just came back, and I'm not saying run an injury angle, but, maybe do something like Big Show, like choke slammed him in the ring, then gets him out of the ring, like choke slams him through a table or two, or do something to leave Randy Orton laying, and Big Show walks away from the whole thing. I mean, because I think one thing the WWE has forgotten how to do as of late, and for years they've forgotten how to do this, I think. They've forgotten how to have somebody lose, but still look strong and save face while doing it. Now, for those of you who don't understand how you can lose and actually come out the better for it, go ask Stone Cold Steve Austin how you can lose a match and come out the better for it. Go ask him and he'll tell you, back at WrestleMania 13, he lost to Bret Hart, but it was because of how he lost that he came out the better for it. In fact, that loss actually made his career. So there is a way to lose a match but come out with a big positive on the other side of the tunnel. It can be done, and I think somewhere along the way the WWE forgot how to do that. And it's a shame, because it can be done, and I think they should do it with some more people. And, they could have, like I said, they could have had the Big Show save some face last night with the whole thing. They failed to do so, and I think it's a shame. It's just, I don't know. I just thought they dropped the ball there. It was just something that, should not have happened. So, I don't know. But I will give the WWE credit. They did do one thing right last night. The direction they're going with Damien Sandow, I'm not going to say I like Damien Sandow yet, because I don't. I still think he sucks. But at least the way they're booking him it makes sense. They're having him go after Brodus Clay. Although why they're putting him in this spot, and not Antonio Cesaro, it doesn't make much sense to me. They're pushing Antonio Cesaro straight at the United States title, despite all the, like I said before my last video, up until a couple weeks ago, he wasn't on TV for how long, and all of a sudden he's getting pushed right to that spot? It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I do think that Santino needs to lose the U.S. title, but Cesaro, in my opinion, is not the right guy. At least not yet. You know, there are some guys in the WWE right now that are being shortchanged and unappreciated. The top two names that come to mind, well, top three names come to mind right now are Jack Swagger, Drew McIntyre, and Zack Ryder. Now, they were doing this angle with Charlie Sheen and Daniel Bryan, but yet they put Kane and Daniel Bryan in a match together at SummerSlam. How does this make sense if they're going to involve Charlie Sheen in this whole deal? If they're going to have like some kind of Charlie Sheen involvement with this whole thing with Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam, you know who would have been the perfect opponent for Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam would have been? Zack Ryder. Think about this. Sheen and Ryder are both big users of social media. So why not capitalize on that? Why not, say, okay, here, I'll tell you what I'll do, Daniel Bryan. I'm not a wrestler, but I'll pick somebody who is to wrestle on my behalf. And then he picked Zack Ryder. And I would even go as far as to have Zack Ryder go over on Daniel Bryan. Just for that purpose. Just for the purpose of pushing the whole social media thing and having Charlie Sheen get one over on Daniel Bryan. That's the direction I would have gone in. The WWE didn't, and I think they kind of dropped the ball with that whole deal. Oh, and speaking of dropping the ball, another guy that's been shortchanged and underappreciated, Alex Riley. Oh my God. Well, okay, I'm not going to talk about what happened last night, but let's just say Alex Riley had a big moment on Raw last night. And if you're wondering why I'm not giving it away, it's because my broadcast partner, Devastating Deb, didn't get to watch Raw last night, at least not all of it. So I'm not going to say exactly what happened. I'll just say that Alex Riley had a big moment. So, and it's kind of sad that the only reason they gave Alex Riley a big moment like that, at least it seems to be, to just push to push the storyline between Jericho and Ziggler. And it's kind of sad that that's the only reason Riley got this moment. At least that's what it seems to be. I do believe that Alex Riley does deserve better than that. He deserves better than just being used as a pawn to advance another storyline. He should be a major player again. That's just my opinion. Yes, I know he's made a few mistakes in the ring, but who hasn't? I'm sorry. Yes, I know some of you are going to point to the fact that he sandbagged Jack Swagger on that powerbomb thing over a year, like almost a year ago. But that was almost a year ago. I mean, come on. Mistakes happen sometimes. And who's to say that Riley intentionally sandbagged him? Maybe there was just a timing issue. Maybe Riley missed time when he was supposed to cooperate or whatever. I mean, it could have been a number of different things. We don't know that Riley did it on purpose. I mean, if one guy's timing is off, then the whole move can look like shit, because if one guy does something when the other guy doesn't expect him to, the move can end in disaster, or sometimes the move won't happen at all, whatever the case may be. But anyway, the point is, Alex Riley deserves better than to be just being used to, advance the storyline. But I mentioned this earlier in my video, and I want to touch upon it one more time. The assault for Rosa Mendez that happened to her back in Las Vegas a few days ago. Now, the WWE not even acknowledging this. Shame on them, especially with their Be a Star campaign that they're running, and they could have mentioned this and, said that this is the classic example of the bullying that they stand against. But instead, they didn't even, like I said, not only did they not even acknowledge the fact that she was assaulted, but they didn't even acknowledge that she wasn't there. So what message are you trying to send, WWE? Are you trying to say that you don't care if one of your superstars is missing? I mean, I don't get that. It's like when a superstar goes miss, it's like you didn't even acknowledge it. And I don't understand why. Another thing I don't understand, WWE, is when a wrestler fails the wellness policy, How come when you're on Raw or SmackDown or any other program you happen to be running at the moment, you never just come right out and say this person's off the air because they violated the wellness policy. Instead, you do some stupid thing where they get injured and you write them off TV. Hello? No, excuse me. Most of us fans, we know that the wellness policy exists. We know about it. So if a wrestler was in violation of it, just say, this. I know you report it on .com, but just acknowledge it on the air too. Say, listen, so-and-so violated the wellness policy for, whether the second or first or second time or whatever, and as a result, they're suspended for X amount of time. I mean, it's almost like you feel, it's like WWE, you talk out of both sides of your mouth sometimes, and I don't get it. On one hand, you put it on .com where everybody can see it. Okay, so you put it there for the fans to know about it, but then on the other side of your mouth, when it comes to TV, oh, you don't want us fans to know. So it's okay if we know because we go on the internet, but it's not okay if we know because you publicly announce it on TV. Which is it, WWE? Either you want us to know or you don't. But don't pick and choose how you want us to know. Either you want us to know or you don't. Now, granted, even if you don't want us to know, chances are there's ways we'd find out sooner or later somehow. But the point is, don't announce it on .com and then just don't even bother acknowledging it on Raw or SmackDown. It's stupid. It makes no sense. I mean, I feel it's an insult to a fan's intelligence to just act like these things don't exist on TV. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. I just don't get it. What are your thoughts on this, people? Do you think the WWE is wrong for, acknowledging it on their website, but then on TV they just act like it's, not relevant whatsoever? Let me know your thoughts. Like this video, subscribe, and comment down below. For this edition of the In the Ring Show, this is Devious Damien signing out. Good night, everybody.